What's up guys, Sledgehammer70 back, and today I want to talk about catalytic converters, test pipes, or cat deletes. Now a lot of you guys out there live in states where the laws aren't so crazy, but in general the federal law requires all cars to have catalytic converters to reduce emissions. Now for those of you who have no idea what a catalytic converter does, it's a chemical reaction that happens with your exhaust that turns deadly gases into less harmful gases. Does so in a lot of different ways, certain coatings, different patterns, but a lot of people look at catalytic converters as a way to restrict the flow coming out of your exhaust. I am not an advocate to remove your catalytic converter. We should protect our environment as much as possible, but then me saying that, I am driving a V8 muscle car that puts out all sorts of gases. So by removing that catalytic converter would make me fairly irresponsible, even more so than what I already am. My one car is not creating that much of an effect, but a lot of my other home life, I do try to reduce the carbon footprint that I create to make up for knowing that I drive a big fat V8. So don't stab me or punch me and kick me in the face. Love you guys. Hopefully you love me too. There's lots of different ways. Now, one thing that people do utilize test pipes or cat deletes for is on track days. Now, if you are using your car for off-road use, it technically isn't illegal to remove your catalytic converter for that event or for that drag race or whatever, if it's not taking place on a street. So if you're at a sanctioned racetrack and you trailer your vehicle there, or if you go to a track and again trailer your vehicle there and only ride it on the track, you can do this. A lot of guys will throw these pipes on, again, to increase horsepower or flow depending on the car. You know, some cars will benefit greatly from a cat delete or test pipes, and other cars will not. You'll actually see a decrease in performance because in some cars they actually use the catalytic converters to create more back pressure that in turn yields that more horsepower, and by removing it you lose that back pressure and it could be bad for your motor. But on the flip side, some people do get huge horsepower gains, such as like big diesel trucks and stuff like that. But yeah, so on the 2016 Camaro, there is two catalytic converters, one on each side, passenger and driver side, directly followed by a resonator on both sides. They're easily replaceable. Unlike most cars out there, some are welded on in place. These ones are just bolted on and slide right out. So when you do need to replace your cats, you could do so easily. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people that come out with green cats or higher flowing cats that still meet emission standards across the board. They should be pretty easy to install, especially if you're going to throw on new headers outside of the tri-Y headers. So there's shorties and long tubes. You'll definitely want to look at getting cat replacements to put on in that regards, whether they're high flow or green emission quality cats. So over here I do have a set of test pipes from California Performance. These are your run-of-the-mill standard test pipes. They're bolt-on, quickly and easily removable, so if I do want to go to the track I can do that very quickly. In my case, they included a couple of gaskets and slip clamp. But in general, these are stainless steel, really nice, high quality, and I'll use these for track days. I won't be using these off-road or on-road per se, but you will get a louder tone, you'll get better flow in performance. I know CA Performance on their 2016 Camaro highlighted that they did get a 1/10 of a second gain and I think a mile-an-hour trap speed on an 1/8 mile run. That's within margin of error, but they did do tons of runs, so maybe it's good enough, who knows. But you know, just another way to increase the flow of your vehicle. You guys heard me talk about this with intakes. You know, these Camaros, they basically have asthma in the way that they're all bound up in regards to meeting emission standards, but across the board, this is another step to help your car breathe better. Again, you know, just want to throw this out there. In most states, running cat deletes or test pipes is highly illegal on city streets, highways, etc. Most of these are cleared to be used for off-road use, and again, I advocate for the off-road use only, but for those of you who like breaking the law and being rebels, you can do that. It's out there, but just beware, and do know that your car will be louder and you will be more of a target for police officers looking for this kind of stuff. So in general, catalytic converters are great for the environment, but let me know what you guys think. Do you think test pipes and cat deletes are even worth it for track days? Do you think they actually improve the flow, etc.? Let me know in the comments below. Definitely would love to hear your guys' feedback on what you think. I, for one, am mainly doing it for the sound at the track, because nothing sounds better than a car driving by at wide open throttle, just hearing that motor loud as hell. And the cat deletes definitely make the car a lot louder. So that's my standpoint. Not necessarily a performance gain or something I'm going to use all the time on the street, but just another added item to make my car sound different at the track. So again, let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for subscribing and watching the videos, and until next time guys, I'll see you on the road.